Does that mean go?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nerds Talkin. I'm your host, Nerdy Temmz, and joining me this week is Catnick.
They'll only give me bread and water, nothing else.
It's all you deserve. Ember.
Yet again, I think I'm the only one who is here willingly.
Hazel.
There's a loud person in my room.
Lightning Ferron.
I have a hairless llama named Internet.
And Phasor Shift.
Virtual reality is so much better than actual reality.
Oh God.
Sing it, brother.
Weeb.
So, the main point of this series is at some point we actually talk about ponies, but tend to deviate away from that, going into weird shit, mostly whatever Lightning comes up with.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Although last week it was mostly Cat and Hazel that kind of pushed us away from the topics. Mostly because Lightning was absent last week.
We had to have a Lightning fill in.
And the
due
episode
to
was kind of
reasons.
blah.
No one can.
We do not need reasons why you were absent. Unless
I know.
you really want to talk about it.
Nah, it's fine.
Alright.
Nah, we're good. Move on.
Alright, move on.
This week we will be talking about Flutter Butter makes us bored for 30 minutes.
Honestly, if there's an episode we're gonna deviate from, it's gonna be this one.
Yeah, this I gotta as the new you know what I'm trying to say. I gotta keep us on
English
track.
is hard.
It is. I gotta keep us on track.
Let's just go back to grunts, like the good old days.
Yeah.
That's how I used
I
to
think
be as a
that's-
toddler.
And then suddenly everyone in the chat was Tim Allen. The end.
Wow.
This is how bad this episode was, okay?
Wow.
We haven't even begun talking about it yet.
Let's just make a home improvement show. It'd be way better. Talk about home improvement all day.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I'd love that was such a great show, but also this is
Wasn't Taylor so dreamy?
Oh my god.
I don't
Okay.
even know what the fuck you're
But-
talking about.
So the title of this episode was Fluttershy Leans In.
Or as I like to call it, Flutter Butter basically learns nothing.
Yeah, it was basically a show. It was basically an episode that was supposed to highlight like how far Fluttershy has come, because the biggest complaint among like people is that like she's had all these episodes where she learns to be more assertive, but it doesn't really seem like she's actually getting anywhere. And so I think the staff's point with this one was to like,
which is funny because they comment on that later anyway.
yeah. So
Wow, we should call her Flutter Bold!
I hated that line so much. It was one of those space pops. Like, oh god.
It's like no one reminded me was, hey, remember those rarity episodes we used to have where we had to be like, hey, remember rarity's generous? Hey, remember Fluttershy's not shy anymore?
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's
this,
just one of those like.
this is worse than that episode.
Yeah.
Way more.
No, an episode worse than a rarity episode. It's
Okay.
almost as bad as a Spike episode.
Okay, so back on semi-topic here. Phasor, you had something to say real quick? Sorry.
No, I honestly I don't remember this episode too much.
Oh, you're supposed to
Yeah,
watch
that's
it.
the point.
I watched it and I have an imprint on my keyboard because I was trying to sleep during it. It was-
Okay, so our first topic, let's try to keep on topic. We won't, but let's try. Take that, you stupid rabbit. Okay, so this has been a long time coming. Nobody likes Angel, and if you say you like Angel, you're a...
I mean, I'd rather deal with the woman who bathes in the blood of virgins than deal with that stupid rabbit.
I mean,
Baby bouncing bunnies burning brightly.
don't you know that reference?
Isn't that the Pony Abridged?
Something like that.
Friendship is witchcraft. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. By the way, even Fluttershy, this is an actual screenshot from the show, is disappointed with Angel.
You stupid rabbit.
I mean, honestly, where are you going to parkour in that town anyway?
Wait, they were doing parkour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what he was trying to do, was
I mean-
parkour.
The whole time, it I just kept yelling, parkour,
It
parkour.
was for a parkour like thing that the town was doing, but like there's nowhere to parkour.
It also
Well, they've been jumping across rooftops before.
Yeah,
Jumping
It also
across
just,
rooftop,
Not to
bridges.
mention parkour seems kind of silly when you got people with wings.
yeah.
Parkour.
Do you guys have you ever seen The Office, the parkour
I mean,
episode? That's what it
I
reminded
mean-
me of.
At least it's not parkour.
But yes, Angel actually injures his foot, which leads to our plot of the story, or lack thereof,
Yeah.
where Fluttershy decides she wants to build a hospital because.
Sanctuary.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So we got
Sanctuary.
Quasimodo standing on top of the cathedral. Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Is that where all the gypsy ponies hide?
Pinky?
I don't. It's not Quasimodo that calls out that. It's
I'm a pastry chef. Those things aren't even.
No, at the very end of the movie, he does. He's holding up Esmeralda's body and going, Sanctuary.
Which,
Oh.
incidentally, in the actual book, she's dead.
Mhm.
And then he proceeds.
It's been even longer since I've seen that movie since I saw this episode, so
Yeah.
I really don't remember it that well.
Yeah, same.
In the book,
So-
she's already dead, and he proceeds to do things with her body.
So,
Fat
Fluttershy.
Lay down and die next to her corpse because he's so sad.
So,
like her
so,
bones.
so Fluttershy. The show,
Yes.
guys.
Oh
Please.
yeah, there was a show about
All
ponies.
right, there's a pony episode to talk about.
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
But yeah, Angel gets injured, and it has been, God, 7 seasons too long for this satisfying scene of this poor rabbit screaming in pain.
I thought it was cute. I felt so bad. I'm like, oh, he's so cute.
Now, Fluttershy does tend to be cute.
Nowhere in Arcanum.
We were talking about Angel, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Fluttershy.
I
Look
feel
how
like
hard.
Emma's had a
Look,
stroke.
look how hard she tries to get through this door.
Aww.
Look, here's a fan art too. Look how hard she tries. She tries so hard.
It looks like she's head pressing, which is a thing that cats do when they're dying.
Oh.
This thing that I do, like, oh well.
My cat does it all the time, and they're
Yeah.
definitely not dying.
You should get that looked into because that is definitely a problem.
Yes.
If they're pressing their head against the wall, you need to
Oh,
get
not
them
against
looked at.
the wall, against like the leg and arm and all that.
Oh, that's
no,
different.
that's
That's
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, my cat was
That's what I thought.
That's a side effect.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's like no. I that's what I thought you were referring to.
We were all about to be very worried for a second.
Yes.
I mean, my cat rubs.
These are the hard about the Kenzo, not even a year old.
Anyway,
also,
the
human
cuteness of
Fluttershy looks just as adorable.
absolutely. So anyway, the cuteness of Fluttershy leads us into Temmy's next topic, which was
Fluttershy's voice. Even when she's assertive as fuck, she somehow still manages to be adorable as balls.
I think it was fucking annoying.
Are you saying that being assertive is not adorable?
No, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes.
Does Twitchy like his women submissive?
What?
Oh.
No.
Okay, master.
I'm confused
No,
about.
if
why it
anything
went
I
this
know
way.
about
Adding
Nerdy
things
Temmz
on
over there, is he's definitely the bottom.
I can't.
Oh!
On the topic of actual, I can't believe we're not talking about the veterinary.
well,
what's
somebody
going on in
just-
that veterinary clinic?
The veterinary.
Well then.
For one, does anyone actually remember the person who ran the clinic's name?
No.
I don't remember her name. That's how little I cared.
Dr. Flora.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh no, it was Fauna. It was Dr.
Yeah,
Fauna.
Dr. Fauna, yes.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have. Who?
Which I think is a very clever name.
Yeah, but like I wish I had
And I
remembered it.
kind of hope she's married to a Mr. Flora.
Yeah.
A
That'd be
botanist.
nice.
I will riot
The flora
if,
and
he-
fauna.
if she's not.
But Andrea Libman is the voice of Fluttershy. Also, by the way, she voices Pinkie Pie as well.
Yeah, which is a stark
But-
contrast.
I
which,
mean, it's the
as-
same thing with RD and AJ.
Ashley Ball. But I honestly really love Pinkie Pie voice. And if you listen to her normal voice, it astonishes me how different Fluttershy's voice is from Andrea's actual.
Yeah, she sounds a lot more like Pinky than she does like Fluttershy.
That's what's called a good voice actor.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's
Nah,
Tara
no,
Strong.
A good voice actor is whoever played Daddy McCult. Big Daddy McCult.
I was gonna say there's Tara Strong, who can sound like both a tiny little prepubescent girl and a tiny prepubescent boy, and somehow make them sound different.
Yeah.
They sound the same. They both sound the same. That's why
They-
kids are so hard.
But like
And a
Tara
super
makes
mature,
it happen.
and a super mature pony who's totally not in her 30s.
Yeah.
My
moving-
headcanon is that they're all 30 now.
Probably.
Well, it's definitely
been
some
7
time has
years, right?
passed.
So keeping on the topic of wait, I lost my train of thought.
Fluttershy's
'cause
voice.
we haven't been paying attention.
We were
to the
we
train
were
of thought
we were
either.
talking about the names of ponies on this episode that we do not remember. Do you guys remember the names of the hired help?
I'll be completely honest with you.
No,
I
I
remember
don't.
about 2 things from this episode.
I remember all looks
Fluttershy
of all
was
the
in
hired
it.
help.
I said Fluttershy was in it and Angel got hurt. That was about the extent of what I remember.
Yeah, we had Hard Hat and Wrangler, as well as
10 out of 10
Dandy-
best names.
Dandy Grandeur.
You know what's also funny about this episode?
I'm
that
sorry, but when you name your son Hard Hat, you pretty much have doomed him to one career.
Yeah,
I
that's
I
pretty
mean,
bad.
that pretty much goes for literally
Every Apple family member.
I swear,
Apple family
they,
member. Well, Apple family is a special case because they're literally all apples.
I swear in the show
Well,
they
They
have.
all probably fuck each other because of the incestuous relationship.
Yeah, too.
Well.
But any of the
by the way,
ponies want
disclaimer,
name match-
disclaimer. This show is not intended for young children. By the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck you, children.
Speaking of
Go to
incest.
fucking bed.
This is
Fucking
this is
die.
what used to be called Twitchy After Dark for a reason.
and then you killed him brutally.
I
Like, I
didn't
can't-
kill him.
Listen,
I didn't
you
kill Twitchy. He got
Yeah.
he got turned into a human and went to an alternate dimension.
and got brutally murdered, like how I brutally murdered Angel Bunny.
Also, there's the snake, Rupert. And
Yes.
I just wanted to point out in these last 2 pictures.
Oh,
Um,
I do love that they did finally give the fans something we've been asking show because they gave us a giraffe.
I was
Oh,
going to talk
yeah.
about that later. If you look, it's on the extra topic instead. Thanks.
You know what's also
Well,
So we'll get to
son
that.
of a bitch.
Jeez, so much attitude over here.
Because
Ah.
I was
Bad
going to talk
mouth.
about Rupert next, actually.
don't
Because
even
I wanted to
remember
point
Rupert.
out. I wanted to point out how disturbed that hard hat and Wrangler look at Rupert bringing them sandwiches, and how just in
Are you
stride
sure they're not more disturbed with the sandwiches
Dan-
themselves? They
Dandy
don't look
Grandeur.
very good.
is at a snake bringing him
Yeah,
hors
I'm sure he's. Given how he acted, I'm sure he's seen a lot.
The only thing I remember from that scene
my
is
mic
the
cut
dream
out?
board.
yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say I might have to lean in for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Hey,
the only
title
thing I
drop.
The only thing I
Shall
remember
I
from that
lean
scene
in?
is the dream board.
That's why I said
the
title
dream
drop.
board. Here's the dream
But I was
board.
gonna say, I imagine Grandeur was that his
Yeah, Dandy Grandeur.
Grandeur. I imagine he's seen a lot of. Doesn't. God damn it! It keeps cutting out.
What's
Seen
going
a
on?
lot of shit.
I imagine he's seen a lot of snakes in his time, so it doesn't really phase him as much.
I
Ha!
think I understand the joke you're going for.
I get it, cause the upper echelons pony of Cantaloupe are shit.
Let's move right along to the next topic.
Down with the 1%!
The ignorance of the hired help.
Till we can eat the witch.
Okay, I'm on push to talk now, so it shouldn't cut off.
Okay.
All right. But yes, he's seen a lot of snakes in his time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Sparkle, sparkle, tentacle wave. I mean, what?
Yeah. So,
Sparkle, sparkle, glitter, sunshine.
Sammy, your next
Let's
topic.
fly to the castle.
Sorry, that was
God.
South Park.
We're just going through these topics because this episode was so fucking boring. I went
The
to go
next-
look up.
The
I went to
next
go look up.
topic is actually one to talk about, believe it or
Ah.
not.
I mean-
It is ignorance of the hired help. Dear God, she gives them explicit instructions. I would have been furious like, okay, she was pretty upset. when
Yeah,
she
I was about to say she was
Fluttershy
furious.
upset. She was Fluttershy upset, which consists
Yeah.
of, I know you tried, I know you did it, but it isn't what I told you to do, so please leave.
Yeah.
So
Also,
fucking
lucky
do
doors
it
at
over
night.
again.
Well-
GTFO, out of my sight.
Basically, that was.
You just said get the fuck out of out of sight.
You also gotta lock them doors before Fluttershy stabs you.
You also got to close
With the
gates in
butter-
a Minecraft server, apparently.
With the
Yeah.
butterfly knives.
Fuck you. One time.
One
But
time.
anyway,
Also, we have to talk about that later. Anyway.
we will. But I have to say, she was very, again, Fluttershy assertive about this. I would have murdered somebody if they went explicitly 100% not what I said to do.
Yeah.
I gave you explicit instructions, no cages, this ain't no kinky nightclub. I don't want it to be a barn. And I don't want curtains. What do? Cages, barn, curtains. You fuckers. You fucked up. Get the fuck out of my sight.
Yeah.
Huh.
So.
And then there's Fluttershy with knives in her wings.
You mentioned it, so now I
butterflies.
gotta bring it up on the stream.
Oh my god, butterfly knives.
I mean, okay, but like
That's the rest of the comics. Is
the problem with this episode with that is that I feel like it was forced. Like
Very.
they shouldn't have been that incompetent. Come on.
Yeah. That was kind
Yeah,
of
that's
the whole
another
problem
thing.
with the episode, though, was that.
I
this-
know she says what she wants, but clearly that's not what she wants. No, fuck you. That's what she
I
wants.
mean,
Yeah.
I know.
Did I? Or hold on.
It's bad relationship advice 101. The episode.
Did I fucking stutter?
But it's like, oh, well, she says she wants this, but fuck it, she doesn't pay me, so I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. Does he
I
even
think
get
she
fucking
was
paid?
paying them. I think they were being paid.
I don't
Yeah, great. That's a great
payment plans
lawsuit
were
right
not
there.
discussed, nor were contracts signed.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Phasor, what do you think?
Phasor.
Phasor.
I've developed an accent.
Phasor.
Melodica.
honestly, I don't know.
I have no opinion one way or the other.
I don't remember enough of the episode to remember how they got into contact. Wasn't it just like unreferral from
Some
Yeah, basically
From her
3 of the main
friends.
6 were like, hey, we know these people. We think they're pretty good.
Friendship.
Yeah.
Something. something complete.
that knows a person.
They did apologize later. They're like, hey, we didn't know that they were going to act that shitty. We're sorry. We'll help
We
you
thought they were
do what you
cool.
actually wanted to do.
It's cool, man. It's cool. My friend said they were cool. Don't worry
So-
about it.
This is freaking South Park now.
Everything should be South Park at all times ever.
I don't
mean,
know.
you
I
could-
don't
don't
like
wanna-
how political they get sometimes.
You don't want to fracture that butthole, though.
Yeah, fracture
Eh.
that. Yeah, don't. So
Actually,
the last
that's a good
topic.
game we should.
Title drop.
Title drop. So the next topic is giraffes in Equestria. What are they? Hey, so we got ponies, we got zebras, we got donkeys. The sheep fucking talk. What the heck are the giraffes?
And the cows.
And the cows. What giraffes are suddenly critters, even though they're like in the same family as ponies and zebras
I mean, you
and
could
goats.
somehow.
and like
might
Goats
be
are a
goats.
thing.
and like buffalo.
Yeah.
What? you know? I didn't
Well, a
notice
horse-
this while watching the
A horse.
episode.
I mean,
to be honest.
It's obviously because it's not America.
But-
It's not from North America, so it isn't. It isn't
Zebras?
sentience from Africa.
neither are zebras.
Because zebras are a thing. We don't really know.
I don't know. African Americans are very North American.
But I didn't.
One of these days we will. go
God
to
damn
Zebra
it,
World.
Catnick! You stole where I was gonna go with this.
I didn't even really think about this until I was looking for fan art for this episode.
But-
and
No,
like there was just so many pictures of the giraffe, and then suddenly it clicked. I'm like, wait, they actually should be a sentient species.
Well, what
You know.
are giraffes considered?
Well, they've got hooves, which is generally the kind of
Maybe-
creatures that would
There are
be able
clove
to.
hooves, though.
Yeah.
I believe.
Maybe
I know
her.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I know zebras, like when talking about them, they're more closely related to giraffes than horses. So,
Actually, giraffes are more related to antelope, mooses, buffalo, and
Mooses.
something called a machete.
Okay.
The
I
comic.
mean, can
Yeah.
we talk about at least how adorable it is?
But
I
It was
mean-
very adorable. But I was gonna say,
Toys
is
R Us
maybe,
logo.
maybe it's some kind of head trauma. Maybe that's why she's there.
yeah. So,
Uh,
but the common theory now is that like,
They're not considered equine though.
are they not considered equine
No, they're
at
not.
all?
No,
Are zebras?
Where'd you go?
no,
Sorry.
zebra. Hold
Are
on.
deer? Because deer are sentient. Are buffalo?
Oh,
Because buffalo are sentient. I don't think the
No,
equinity
you're right.
has
It's
anything to
not.
do with
Yeah,
how sentient
that
they are.
is true. Because deers are not...
Zebra is a species of wild horse that lives in Africa.
Okay, that's fair.
What the
But
fuck?
there's also buffalo. Buffalo are not a species of wild horse.
And neither are deer. Deers are fucking some word I can't pronounce because I'm dyslexic. I don't know. Fuck you. The creator decided not.
A giraffe is in the same family as hippopotamus, cattle, camels, and sheep.
So why the fuck does it not talk? Is it just retarded?
I mean, that's the kind of that. I mean,
Or maybe we're looking it too much into a show.
yeah,
I'm
but
sorry. Do you not know who we are?
yeah, right.
That's
But
kind of our
giraffes.
job on this thing, isn't it?
No. Just I'm saying, like for hindsight.
Psychoanalyze every detail.
I mean, we were just gonna burn it like the rest.
Clearly,
Its neck is too long, therefore it can't
clearly
talk.
she is Star Swirl the Bearded.
The voice is trapped
Clearly.
in the chest. It
I
can't
mean,
get in the head.
I look at it and I'm like, aw, it's retarded.
All right. Does
Wow.
it?
Maybe the only reason Zakor can speak is because she has all those golden
I
rings.
feel like this should be Lightning's reason to get kicked this episode.
Oh.
I haven't got kicked the past few episodes I've been on.
All right. Hey, let's close out this episode.
There we go.
Oh, it happened. Okay. Bye, lightning.
It's in their contract. It needs to happen once per episode.
I didn't know where else to put her.
Yeah. Oh, she's in Hosbard chat. I know Hosbard.
There's Twitchy. There's a
Listen,
channel
I don't
called
think-
Timeouts.
I don't even think they want me
Reason.
over there. Jesus Christ, have me on that, I'll fucking ruin their show for them. That's how we
Wait,
get
is there
more
actually
viewers.
people in there right now?
No.
No.
I was about to say, that must have been confusing.
All right,
One day
so
you're just gonna move me there and I'll be like, "Sup?"
Okay.
let's do closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. I'll just go ahead and do mine. This episode sucked. The only thing it had going for it was I got to listen to Fluttershy's voice.
We're closing already. Wow.
Yeah, we're closing. Well, you gotta move
That's
on.
what I'm talking about.
This
This,
that
This
late?
episode just
episode was
sucked.
really bad.
We have a lot of things to talk about after the episode as well. So
Yeah, that's far more interesting than this goddamn
Yeah.
episode.
Mhm.
Yeah, bad episode.
Yeah.
So here comes the part of the show where I yell at a random pony and they say their opinion. Phasor Shift, you go.
I honestly don't remember this episode.
but
That
you
speaks
watched it,
volume.
you just don't remember it. That's the. You
Yeah,
just,
I watched. I remember bits of it,
Yeah.
and like as you're talking about, like, oh yeah, that was a thing. But
You
no,
you
did
watched
not
it.
leave an impression.
you watched it, you somehow unwatched it. You have broken the system.
Yeah, when I asked you earlier today, or whenever it was, what episode it was, I was going to rewatch it, and then you said it. I'm like,
oh.
I was thinking it was another episode that had Fluttershy in it, so I got excited, and then
Oh.
yeah.
And that's
So,
too bad. Too.
That's pretty much two who don't remember it. So, Catnick,
No, I remember it. I half watched it before I got
That's not
so
a
bored and
pony.
distracted that I was just talking to Ember after watching half of it because it was way more interesting.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you weren't done.
I didn't care. The only good things were the main character, and I don't know, the giraffe was cute.
The giraffe was kind of cute. Yeah.
so
10 out
that's
of 10
three people
would-
who don't like it.
Would shift
Yeah.
with Miss Fauna.
I think so far we can say this was the worst episode of the season. So far.
So far, it's been the worst of the season. Yeah. It's not me. It's not hitting any of my top
Listen,
10s.
it
Yeah.
was
No.
Which is really weird because it feels like we got a Spike episode where Spike never actually appeared.
I mean, even Spike episodes are still far more entertaining. At least we have more to bitch about with Spike. With Fluttershy, it's like nothing, because it's fucking Fluttershy.
All right.
I mean,
Lightning, was that you? For your closing thoughts?
I
That
mean, it's so fucking boring. I always, every episode, what I do is I always go on the wiki to go look up the references for like the show.
Yeah.
To see like stuff. There's fucking nothing.
There's nothing, no references at all.
There's nothing. This episode was so lame. There's no references to fucking anything. Pop culture. It's so fucking boring. They couldn't get anything sly in there.
I know they.
Oh, you cut
Everything
way
was-
the fuck out.
Everything was so fucking obvious or lowbrow. It wasn't like, oh. It was so fucking.
Sorry, can you repeat yourself, Kat?
I like even with stuff when they do point out stuff that might be references, they usually really stretch, like what they can consider references. And even after doing that, they couldn't find anything. Then yeah.
Oh, I will also say though, because we talked about Quasimodo. Apparently, in the Shadowplay Pod 2, there's a pony that looks like Quasimodo.
Yeah, we gotta finish up here.
That is for a future discussion, madam.
Still, we were talking about Quasimodo.
All right. So anyway, Hazel, your opinion? Oh,
I'm not
I
a pony.
fucking hit myself with my microphone.
Anyway, I just like the episode was all like I didn't find it boring, but like I really hate forced plot lines with a passion. And this was one of those like easily avoidable. Like this is like I know it's a children's show, but they could have gone about it better than this.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion on this episode.
And that was kind of my big thing. Like the most predictable plot I think this show has ever done, and that's saying something. That being said, I didn't hate this episode. I think I'm the only one here who didn't hate this episode. It definitely, like some others said, it's not anywhere near my top 10, but you know, I enjoyed it. It was fun, kind of fun trying to find screenshots, I guess.
I would be shocked if this was on anybody's top 10.
Yeah. As an aside, this is the first episode of season 7 that I have not yet seen. So everything in all of our Neta episodes going forward is going to be fresh views from me.
Nice.
So that's interesting.
Wait,
That
you've
is
only
pretty
seen this
interesting.
episode this
like
season?
Like how I've been doing it.
Yeah, so I haven't seen anything of the rest of season 7 until like I think
We
I started watching
stream
like,
it. How have you?
I had
How
work.
is-
You know what? The reason why we didn't do Nurse Talkin for like a year is because Temmz and I had work on weekends, and so we just weren't here. I was asleep during our pony streams. So
And I worked at Coca-Cola. Still do. Just different shift now.
yeah, so like
Wait, when did you work at Coca-Cola? And why have you been sending Coke to me?
I
want
still
Coke.
do.
yeah,
I just said I still do, just different shifts now.
so
Totally send me Coke.
so yeah, there's my thoughts on the episode.
How much you want?
All of it.
How many grams?
Every
Right.
single
Hey,
It's
guys.
funny because legally I could say on my resume that I'm a Coke dealer and I'm not technically wrong.
That's funny. Okay, so we're done with the episode. We can focus on
We are
doing
done with the
the
episode.
show again.
Two out of 10 Fluttershies would not watch again.
Yeah,
Would not yay again.
that's fair.
Would not, yay. Okay, so it brings us to our next segment. The first segment that is not part of the show.
I mean, it's part.
Well, I mean,
Well,
that's
there
part
it
of the
is.
show.
It's part of the show.
Oh.
It's not part of the episode.
Yeah.
I can English good. News with Ember.
Cool. So, the Game Awards were this week.
Oh my God, Megaman 11!
yeah, I
Was
forgot
that
was
wasn't announced at the game show, and I was going to get to that next. You keep doing this to me.
Get fucked.
So the Game Awards were this week. The winner, of course, was The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild,
Lame.
which is impressive because it went against such games as Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, and Super Mario Odyssey.
Mitch,
I was
really
hoping for Odyssey.
I was actually
Yeah.
really hoping for Horizon because
I was hoping
love
for
the fuck
Persona
out of that
5
game.
because Persona 5 is fucking amazing.
I'm just glad Hellblade got its just desserts.
I loved PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and
Just Desserts, I don't think is the term you want.
No, they won best audio.
It got what they deserved. They got
problem-
best audio. They got best performance.
The
Okay,
problem
that is
with
true.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is it's so unfinished. It might be a popular game, but like,
Cat,
yeah.
if
Cat,
we're rating it on how good of a game it actually is versus its popularity,
I mean,
Breath
that's
of the
true. I
Wild
mean,
definitely deserved it.
the popularity is why it got into the Game of the Year. But like, you know, I think I'm of the I think it belongs here. I mean, so many people play it. You know.
Well, yeah, but again, it's not a finished game at all. So
Yeah.
like, if we're gonna start
I'm
handing
still-
the game to alpha games, if we're gonna start handing the Game of the Year to alpha game, let's go ask every studio that's currently developing a indie game right now.
Right.
And
Well, I
ask
mean,
Let's go watch
If-
Digital Homicide. They probably got something.
if they release a playable game and a lot of people like it, why not?
I still think
Not
we should.
finished.
Yeah, I
Yeah, but
think we
it's-
should still push people to push out finished games.
If
because
a game,
it's helping feed into this mentality that it's okay to release unfinished games, and then there's a bunch of worry in the community that they're not going to finish PUBG.
yeah,
anyway.
but like it's the same thing
So,
as like fanfics. Like people read fanfics all the time that aren't finished, that that may not actually get finished.
mine.
Fanfics don't have award ceremonies dedicated to them.
Not big
usually-
ones.
Not big ones.
The fanfic I wrote never finished.
Yeah,
But you see my point though, right? Like we're indulging in bad habits in the gaming industry, and like
Loot boxes.
There are. Let's not get into that right now. There are a lot of bad habits in games. In the
Yeah,
games
because you
industry.
know that's a conversation I'm gonna fucking
I
win.
think that. Well, I think your opinion is valid. I think that this is one particular thing that's not really a problem per se. Just because if it's a playable game and it's enjoyable and people like it, why not release it early in its current state? If as long
no.
as it's
I'm not talking
enjoyable
about
by those
releasing
people.
it. I'm just talking about letting it be judged as a finished game.
Yeah.
Now, I would be okay with an award for best in development game or
Yeah,
whatever.
That would be
Exactly.
cool.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised they don't have that category.
Well, yeah, especially now.
Anyway, I'll just run down a few of the categories, but there's so many I'm not going to go through them all. So Legend of Zelda also won the best game direction. What Remains of Edith Finch won best narrative, which I completely agree with.
Super happy about
That was
that.
a great
Never
game.
heard of it.
If you
I
haven't,
was super worried it wasn't going to get it.
I still need to get that game.
it's such a good game. Play it.
Just for the fish cannery scene. That is why it won the award,
Yeah,
hands down.
that was the best. Oh my god.
I'm
Okay,
thinking about getting Thimblewood Park.
so Cuphead won best art direction. Big
As it
surprise
should.
there.
Good.
And I think that's all.
It's
I'll
the
talk
one
about for
award
now.
Cuphead.
There are very
Cuphead
few things that I
needed
think
to do.
could actually challenge Cuphead in
Yeah.
the best art direction.
I forget what
I
else
mean,
what it went
I-
against.
Night in the Woods and Hellblade: Senua's
I'm
Sacrifice.
happy that Near
Yeah.
Top got
I-
the best score.
I'm
Yeah.
just happy Night in the Woods actually got nominated.
Yeah.
Night in the Woods is so fucking good.
That's what I kind of while I was watching this with a friend of mine, and one of the big things we were talking about is how this compares to what really the closest thing that came before the Switch was the Spike TV Game Awards thing, which was basically just the AAA market circle jerking themselves.
Except for EA, because everyone
at least-
just fucking bashed EA.
Because in this, at least with these awards,
Did EA
they're
get
focusing
anything?
on AAA games and indie games, which is something the Spike Awards did not do.
Right.
Did EA get anything?
No, EA. Yeah, they did. They got that fucking faces bashed in.
Yeah,
That's true.
like-
I didn't know
So-
they think
but
anything.
between the guy going absolutely crazy and
about the Oscars.
and the guy I forget his name. I really wish I remember his name. But doing that big shitty jab at them when they when he was opening the
Oh.
awards.
Oh god, Jeff something.
Yeah.
Goldblum?
So-
Oh,
not
it's,
Jeff Goldblum.
I
But does everyone know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
So what happened
Jeff Knightley?
Jeff Knightley was opening the envelope for to say what won best action
I can
game.
guess what he did, but no, I don't
He's
know.
like,
I don't
"Oh
know.
fuck, are you kidding me? I gotta pay a microtransaction to open this envelope."
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
So anyway, There's a lot of categories. So if you want to go check them out, they're on the internet. You can even go to thegameawards.com and get a full list.
Oh, legendary.
Anyways, they also announced some games at the Game Awards show.
They announced a lot of things.
They did.
Which is why it's still nowhere near as good as it can be.
Bayonetta.
So there was first The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, the Champions Ballad DLC. Let's see, Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 was announced for Switch, as well as Bayonetta 3 was announced as a game that's coming. Death Stranding had another trailer.
Yeah, Death Stranding is going to be. I'm excited for that.
We're gonna have like 10 more trailers before they release the demo.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like Phasor's trying to say something and keeps getting interrupted.
No, I just sneezed.
But we're gonna have 10 more trailers and still not know what the fuck the game is about.
The game's gonna come out and we'll have no idea what the fuck the game's about.
If you've ever played,
Norman Reedus has no idea what the fuck the game's about.
I mean,
I trust Hideo at this point.
Yeah.
What do you expect? Is Hideo? She breathes through her fucking skin, Kojima.
The only reason the third Metal Gear Solid game was so good is because Hideo Kojima couldn't do everything he wanted.
Yeah.
He had to compromise. It's the only reason that game was so good.
Are you talking about 3 or 5?
3. 5 was just weird.
5 was just unfinished and like
Flame Whale.
Ember, can I fanboy now?
Yeah.
Megaman 11.
So
It looks like
Mega
Mighty
Man
Number
11.
9.
Well, Mighty Number 9 wasn't good. Mega Man will be.
It's
Say
finally,
that.
it's finally happening. Capcom is finally remembering.
That mentality
Mega
is
Man.
exactly what people who wanted Mighty Number 9 went to thinking.
I mean,
That's true. But you
Capcom
know,
has tweeted out that hey, we're finally giving you Mega Man 11. At least it's better than nothing.
but you know, Mega Man games have been good, and so we can actually have like legitimate faith that this game might live up.
This is the best thing to happen since the release of Shantae Half Genie Hero.
And looking at the screenshots here, it looks like it could do all right. There's no excessive explosions like another game had a problem with. There's no.
Another game had a combo system that didn't work.
Yeah.
The other game was also released by idiots who didn't understand their demographic.
We also
Anime Girls on Prom Night.
No,
Anime Nerd on Prom Night.
that's not
Anime
anime nerd, not anime girl.
Whatever.
We also got a teaser trailer for a new game from Software, which is going to be another Souls game, and I can't wait for it.
Or it's going to be Bloodborne 2, or it's going to be something completely different. We don't know yet.
And of course, there was also the announcement of Skyrim on mobile phones.
Was it really?
It was
that's a
Skyrim
joke.
on our toasters.
Yes, that's right, Skyrim on the toaster.
Damn,
Because
I
at
was
this point,
toaster.
that's all Bethesda gives a shit about is Skyrim.
Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately.
They announced Skyrim 2 the other day as well.
So, Bethesda, are you finally going to announce Elder Scrolls? Was it Elder Scrolls 6?
Yeah, we're on
Did we
6
get
now.
Black? I thought they already announced Black Mosh, and they just never talked about it again.
They announced it, but we never saw anything about it, and it was never spoken of again. Kind of like Fallout New Vegas 2.
What? Oh, I'm sad that wasn't.
Well,
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
So that's all the news that I've got for today. So I believe that Lightning, right, wants to talk about Fire Emblem Warriors.
All right,
it's time for games with Lightning Cat, Hazel, and Phasor.
Oh, hi.
Listen, just buy
I
Fire
figured
Emblem
you'd wanna
Warriors.
participate.
If you have a fucking Switch, buy Fire Emblem Warriors. It's so good.
Can you buy it
And
for me?
while you're at it, buy one for me too. I want
No,
to
or
do
you.
this.
Yeah, I need
Or
a
you
Switch
could
bot
buy
for
a
me, too.
real game.
Oh.
Like what? What's a real game?
Literally anything that isn't a Dynasty Warriors ripoff.
Boo! It's not a
mean,
ripoff.
It's not
It's
a-
made by them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
literally
Literally them.
it's in the series.
Made
Yeah,
by
I
them.
know. So was Hyrule Warriors, and yet it still
I mean,
manages to suck.
I
It
will-
was awesome.
Really? Hyrule Warriors was great.
Hyrule was fun, yeah.
I didn't like
Twitch
it.
I
just
will
hates
say
I got
though,
to
games.
watch Ember playing that for hours.
So it's pretty much if you're a fan of Fire Emblem of the DS games and Shadow Dragon, which no one honestly is a fan of Shadow Dragon.
Mm.
I had to kill a lot of people to get a good team. A lot of people died.
Wait, Shadow Dragon is in like the first Fire Emblem game.
It was the remake of the first
that
game
no
for the
one
DS.
talks about.
Yeah, because you had to kill off so many people to get the good characters. A lot of people died, Catnick. A lot of people died.
Oh, I forget. Did they have a mechanic where you only had a certain amount of people, and if you had too many people, you
No. If you didn't have enough people, they gave you extra side missions to recruit more people. And those are the best characters. But anyways, Fire Emblem Warriors is really good. It's pretty much Hyrule Warriors, except I think it's better, but because I like Fire Emblem a lot better.
I mean,
it's
that's
the same-
kind of the reason why they've been branching out is because just some people just don't like China. They don't like the Three Kingdoms.
I mean, oh no, a dyke. Whatever shall we do? I fucking love Dynasty Warriors 3 voice acting.
Feel the power of my magic.
But
And
it's
yet
in this
Link still can't talk.
Yeah.
It's still
He
it's
doesn't
still the
need to
same.
talk.
It's in the still in the same vein as Hyrule Warriors. It's
Don't-
pretty good. I think it's
what isn't broken.
yeah, but what they do, what I love, except for the fact that like there's like 20 different sword characters and like one axe or two axe users till the DLC comes out and then we get more. But they employ the weapon triangle very well, and
I
I like
mean,
that.
Can I just say that, like, if you look back at all the main characters of Fire Emblem games, they're all fucking sword wielders.
Yeah, a lot of the characters are sword wielders.
All of them.
Actually, like there's no lance users. The only two lance users in the game are Pegasus riders, and the two axe users, Lesser and then Camilla, which is best rider.
How would they have implemented a triangle with two, and a billion?
Yeah, so it works like this. They implemented a weapon triangle for like
that's sass now.
for bosses and for camp bosses. So you can easily like defeat them like the normal guys. Doesn't matter about the weapon triangle. But when you go up against like a boss like appears, you probably should switch to something that can take the camp faster or deal damage better through the weapon triangle.
So basically, you have to choose between two characters at some point.
Ember.
Now,
are you familiar with any of the Dynasty Warriors games, like 8 or 7?
The only one I played is Hyrule Warriors, and I didn't enjoy it.
Okay, so in 8 and 7 they had a system where you could switch weapons, and there were like 3 types of weapons that counterbalanced each other, and that's basically what it is.
In Fire Emblem Warriors, you get a team of 8 people. 4 people you can play, 8 controlled by CPUs. But what you could do is you could pair up with them, and not only do you get when you do the special move, you can do a double team special move that does more area effect damage, and they can also take hits for you. So if you played Fire Emblem Awakening, where sometimes your ally would come in and block an attack, that happens. So if like an ally, so say I'm playing Camilla and someone has something that's effective against a dragon, instead of taking that hit from that weapon, my ally comes in and blocks it for me.
Speaking of Awakenings, is anyone sad that they don't do that anymore? I miss
What?
that from Awakenings, the pairing up system, where
They
they
do
actually...
it in Fates.
Talking about.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. You can
The
pair
same.
up in Fates.
Actually, do that. No, it's something completely different.
You pair up in Fates,
And
You
now
can pair
for
up in
something
Fates,
completely
but it's
and it
it
gives you a
doesn't
weapon.
work like that. Like, they can't block hits for you. That
Yeah,
they
they
don't
can.
do that anymore.
I definitely can. They do all the time.
Yeah,
What
and
are you talking
Fate.
about?
In Fates, they
Are
give
you
you
sure?
a meter. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
in Fates, they even have a meter that shows you when they're gonna actually take a hit for you.
This is the most recent one that I've played, so yeah, they do.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Like-
also the most bullshit one because fuck Fates for the fact that the game that's actually canon you can't even fucking buy unless you buy a DLC for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the
And that's why I pirate.
yeah, no, fuck Fates. Fates is
I
fucking
mean-
bullshit. The fact
I mean,
that
that
the
is
only
why I
way-
legally buy all my games. Definitely not pirate.
that the fact that the third story is the canon one, and that's one you have to buy. You had to buy the other ones to get.
I should
fucking
learn how to do
brilliant.
that. I should.
Is that really the canon one?
I should
Yeah,
do
the
thing
third
like
one-
Why
that.
is there canon? Don't these all take place in different places at different times?
No, the only story that's actually canon to Fire Emblem is the third Fate story. The other two are what if stories. That's why in Japan it's called Fire Emblem If.
Okay.
It's what if.
So
No,
we're
no,
moving
I mean,
off
like-
topic here. So
Fire Emblem.
yeah, but like,
Buy Fire Emblem Warriors.
Fire
Go
Emblem
do
Warriors.
it. It's good. It's fantastic.
All right, we don't have too much longer left in the show, so we're gonna move on to the next topics.
YouTube gems with Ember. This
Sweet. So
the end of the
I'm
episode.
introducing a new segment that I'm going to be calling YouTube Gems, in which I show off some of the YouTube channels that don't get enough love. So you all know, if you know me at all, that my main man is Jacksepticeye.
And rightly so.
But
Space hamster.
Top of the morning to ya.
but
He's freaking
You
awesome.
talk like freaking wrestler over there.
okay, but
Oh yeah, top of the morning to ya.
okay,
That's trash.
But this segment is not going to be about Let's Play channels at all. I will never mention a Let's Play channel on this segment. That means, unfortunately, that I can't mention cough cough, Nerdy Temmz YouTube channel, cough cough, which you should cough cough.
I mean, by basically not talking about Let's Plays, you just cut off half of YouTube. If
Oh,
Cough,
you
cough.
have no idea. if that's your
watch my
opinion,
show, cough,
just
cough.
wait until you see
what
some of the
about
channels.
XXX Elite Skateboarder XXX2?
I'm sure. So, instead, we'll be talking about other good YouTube channels. Let's start with
Oh, hey, no, wait, what?
let's
yeah,
start
get the
with
pitchforks, torches, everybody.
yeah. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it that way.
No, but it's what you said.
so
I
we're gonna
see how it is.
we're gonna
Bye.
okay. So we're gonna start this week with the Nerdwriter, which is a YouTube
back.
channel that self-describes itself as a series that puts ideas to work.
Self-describes
Self-described. Check out some of these videos that he does. When did time travel come from? Episode on how David Fincher hijacks your eyes. This is a cool one where he talks about camera movement in this particular movie, where it follows the actors deliberately in order to emphasize their movement. It's really cool.
So like Birdman, where they had those long shots where they'd follow him around.
Kind of, maybe. Anyway, but the video we're talking about today is what realistic film dialogue sounds like. So Noah Baumbach is the writer and I think director of this movie called The Meyerowitz Stories.
Okay. About to say, did you actually remember to look it up?
Yes, I did. So The Meyerowitz Stories. And so he talks in this about how there's a unique kind of dialogue in this movie where in most movies the director tries to frame dialogue as what it could be, the ideal of dialogue. In this particular movie, The Meyerowitz Stories, however, it's more realistic in the way that characters kind of talk over each other, trying to get the footing
what do you
of the
mean by
conversation.
talking over each other?
So
Like this, because she's talking, then I'm talking.
And-
I mean,
joke.
it's not quite like
Right
that.
over Ed.
So say two people are talking, right? One person is talking about their new job and about how they're moving forward, and then the other person is doesn't want to be outdone. So while they're kind of listening to them, they start talking about their own achievements and stuff, and so they're kind of talking about this to each other, and it doesn't always click, and that's realistic dialogue. That's how it happens in real life. One of the things that impressed me the most about this particular video was that for 2 weeks after I watched it, I couldn't stop analyzing my real life conversations with other people. Every time I'm talking to somebody else, I'm thinking about who's got the control of the conversation, or who's things like that.
Fucks you up.
Yeah. So this guy's channel is full of videos like this that just make you think about.
Well, see, that's my issue.
I had some other people watch it as well. Catnick, what do you think of this particular video?
I mean, it makes a lot of points. I like how he uses to help kind of build that. You're talking about how conversation is more than just he said, she said, he said, she said. It can mix and match and talk over each other, and that actually means something. He uses kind of like a live
Transcribe.
Transcription. There we go.
Yeah, that's good.
A live transcription to kind of show how this movie was able to do that, where things like books and other more general movies don't do that, and it's very interesting. Basically, it's certainly a different way of looking at it than what I'm used to.
Basically, that movies have more of a unique kind of perspective, whereas like written mediums can't really have people talking over each other. It's like one person talks,
at least not in such a clear way. They have to use a lot
of
descriptive words.
Right. But he talks about how a lot of movies don't really take advantage of this. But in this movie, characters are like literally talking over each other in order. Lightning Ferron, I had you watch it as well. What did you think?
I thought it was interesting. I don't know how much I really feel about it, because
I'll be honest, I forgot to watch it.
Well, anyways,
I didn't even notice until she pointed it out to me.
My bad.
So, the movie itself, the Mayor Witch Stories, I don't think I would actually go watch it myself. But the commentary that Nerdwriter has on the movie is so fascinating, it's worth watching it, even without watching the movie itself. And of course, he does such a great job of framing like exactly what he needs to talk about. Like you don't need to have seen the things that he talks about in order to, understand his videos and get into them and really watch them. So,
Meow?
Yep, that's my segment on YouTube gems for today. Next.
Well, alrighty then. I lost my train of thought.
You are talking about
Right. So I'm starting a new segment this week
as well.
Yeah, I know. Weird. I don't know how long this segment will go on. By that I mean if we'll do it this episode and not next, blah 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 blah. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it works out. But I decided DeviantArt has a lot of really good, talented artists who don't really get a whole lot of recognition. I discovered this while building a Sonata Dusk waifu folder and a Sunset Shimmer waifu folder. Hashtag don't judge.
Hashtag judging.
And I ran across a really, really good Equestria Girls style artist. He specializes in drawing them in the Equestria Girls forms. And his work is just astonishing. Go ahead, put him up, Ember.
Yep, I have done so.
This is my artist, Deviant Artist of the Week. I think it's pronounced Uotopo. Uotopo? I have no idea how to pronounce it.
Names, right?
Phasor, you're good at pronouncing things. Hold on.
Uotopo? I don't know.
That sounds right.
I think you were pretty close.
Yeah.
Uotopo?
Yeah.
So, I discovered some of his Sunset Shimmer stuff and just started really, looking through all his pictures. And, yeah, he is really impressive. Ember, at the when she edits this, can put a link to his DeviantArt page in the description. And, yeah, just go out there and like this guy's stuff. Favorite his stuff, because he gets a round of applause for just how beautiful his art is. I'm going to post some of his stuff in the chat so that everyone else can see it too that isn't watching the stream. There's one of Trixie as a vampire. And yeah, just give him give him the praise, guys. Do it. Just do it. He deserves it. She deserves it. I'm not sure. Female. I don't know how to tell.
Just say they, yeah. Pronouns.
They, yeah. They are just an impressive. It says core member hobbyist. Well, that's decidedly unhelpful.
Again, just they then.
Yeah, sometimes on DeviantArt it'll say male, female. But anyway, yeah, they are
bisexualize a paintbrush.
Catnick, I will stab you.
I've seen this art before.
Yeah, that's the thing is, you see his
familiar.
art, you don't realize it. That's what I mean, underappreciated. You know what I mean? His art pops up all the time, and yet no one ever really goes, "Oh, hey, that artist." That's kind of the point of this segment. So yeah, check him out. Subscribe, whatever you do on DeviantArt. I don't know how to internet.
Follow.
Follow.
You follow on DeviantArt. They like their
follow,
comments on
watch.
DeviantArt, so comment.
Yeah, comment. Say Nerds Talkin brought me here. He'll have no idea what the hell that means, but they'll be flattered anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much that segment. I'm sure Ember showed lots of good pictures.
This is one that I favorited.
I do believe it is time to wrap up.
That about wraps it up, doesn't it?
Aw, that one's cool.
So I noticed I didn't get a part of the gaming thing.
Did you want one?
What?
I had no idea what game you were talking about.
Do you want to talk about something?
Do you want to talk about something, Phasor?
Yeah,
Kind
something
of.
within 1 minute.
You got a minute.
No, you're fine. We started a little bit late.
Go ahead, Phasor. Talk away.
So last time.
So that's all the time we have.
Ha!
Just
It
kidding.
wasn't me. You didn't do it.
I had to do it. I had to do it once. It has to happen once every episode. Go ahead, Phasor.
Sorry. So last time I was here, I think it was last time I was here. Maybe it was the first time I was here. I talked about how I was getting into the whole VR thing, right? And I had backed a VR headset on Kickstarter.
We recall.
Well, I caved and I bought a Vive last week.
Good man.
So I've been playing a game called VR Chat. It's basically a virtual reality social platform. I relate it to like Discord or an IRC, but where you actually have a physical avatar that is you. You can customize it and you can talk to other people from all around the world. And there's huge role-playing aspects of it. And yeah, that's really fun.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Awesome. Is that what you wanted to talk about?
Is it available for Oculus?
You
Yep.
should have grabbed.
Okay,
people
well, then I
have
might
VR.
have
Free
to
on
try it.
Steam, free to play.
Okay. I might have to try it out because we have an Oculus here, like I mentioned last time afterwards, and yeah, I'd love to try out
It's a
something
lot of
like
fun.
that.
It's blown up a lot in the past few weeks.
The last thing I backed on Kickstarter turned out to be a complete disappointment.
Oh yeah.
Was it the
Was it Mighty Number 9?
It was definitely the Ouya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ugh.
No, it was Mighty Number 9.
But yeah,
that's what I
and the best part about it, you don't even need a VR headset to play. You can play right on desktop.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a lot of I mean, not a lot of in general, but like words.
You know what else is on VR that you don't need a VR helmet to play? Skyrim.
Oh yeah. Also related to that, when I bought my Vive, I got a copy of Fallout 4 VR for free.
Oh, nice.
Have you played it yet? Like,
it doesn't
it
come out
shit?
for 3 more days.
oh, okay, yeah, because like I just feel like it's gonna be underwhelming because like
Yeah, I actually haven't. I own it, but I haven't played Fallout 4 at all yet. So
You know what you need to get now that you have a VR headset? Super Hot VR.
Yeah, it's on my
That
list.
sounds like a pretty good game, actually.
It's the only VR game I played, and I will sing its praises.
Gorn is a lot of fun too. I've been playing that. But yeah, whenever I play, I stream. So shameless plug. Go to my stream. It's my name, no space. Phasor Shift.
That's on Twitch.
Twitch, yes.
Twitch.
And yeah, VR chat, a lot of that. Gorn.
Twitch.
I want to get hot dogs and hand grenades soon, or horseshoes, hot dogs and hand grenades, whatever it's called.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, VR chat. It's a lot of fun. I've created. You can create your own custom avatars and upload them, and people create their own custom rooms. It's basically an entire world of user created content, and it's still in alpha, I guess, or pre.
Is
what's
that
the
the
word?
thing Twitchy's playing?
Early
Early
access.
Yeah. And it's definitely like it's got bugs, it's got glitches, and especially since it's like a week ago there were 400 concurrent users online. Yesterday they hit 1,000 for the first time.
Nice.
And it's
Hot
becoming
dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. That's we should talk about that, or
No,
VR chat.
oh,
But yeah, it's great. There's like many worlds that are nightclubs, and I go there and dance like an idiot in my room, but I'm actually at a club. There's other interactive games. There's a freaking amusement parks that you can play at, and it's so much fun to look around,
So-
and people and friends you meet is just
Here's the thing. Here's just what's gonna really sell VR. What about the porn?
Oh, it's there.
Yeah,
you
there's.
should see one of
It
them.
was-
Listen, no, you think I'm
There's-
joking,
no.
but you know what? Do you know
we don't think
Overwatch?
you're joking because there's definitely a lot of VR porn.
Cause,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's,
cause
there's
I-
already
I-
many of that.
that's what's
I
gonna
haven't
sell it.
gotten the figured out how to get the Vive to work with porn yet, but I've definitely used my phone for the
But-
VR porn.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna get people to buy Vive. It's the porn. That's what
Yeah.
got Overwatch. Did you see Overwatch when it wasn't even out and there was so much fucking porn of it because people
Yeah, I
cared a
definitely
lot
have to
about
download
it.
Honey Select, so we'll see how that
Welcome to the internet. How long have you not been here?
Yeah.
But that's why I'm asking.
It's-
How is the?
I mean, there's people making stuff for stuff that is only in someone's head. Like they literally just say like, "Oh man, this would be cool," and bam, 10 minutes later, done.
But
You're
yeah,
welcome.
I definitely recommend you should try out VR chat. You don't need a VR headset at all. In fact, I started without one. But it's
I assume you can get on VR
It's-
chat if you've got something like Samsung VR or something.
I don't think so because it's through Steam. And
No,
Oh, yeah,
you'd
then
have
you
to.
can't.
well, it's
yeah.
not like you can like launch its own executable, but it's
mean, if
it's easy to
it's-
go through Steam.
If it's not on Oculus, then
You can play Steam games on Oculus.
I have to figure out how to do that on Samsung.
Okay, well,
Powered
let's
by
put it this
Oculus.
way. There are tons of people that play on Oculus already.
Okay.
So it's possible. There may be another trick or hack to it that I don't know of, but
Right. I'll see if I can get on it.
yeah. But yeah, so it's fun. When you get on, definitely shoot me a message and I'll go and show you around or something. So
All right, sounds good. So I think that wraps it up.
Well, alrighty, folks. That's all the time we have for this episode. We will see you again next week when we talk about Forever Philly, a goddamn rarity episode. Fucking shoot me now.
yeah, I don't remember this
Hey,
one.
hey, I like this
Oh,
one.
I have to be there for that.
However, I will say this one is actually very touching. So, yeah, there's
Yeah,
that.
I don't remember this one.
Yeah,
To give you a preview, it's the one where Rarity fears that Sweetie Belle doesn't love her anymore.
I feel like I've
Nope,
seen
still
that
don't
one.
remember it.
And it's all
Basically,
true.
I'll
Sweetie
figure it
Belle
out
is
later.
growing up. Basically, Sweetie Belle is growing up and doesn't like the things she used to like to do.
Oh, what a surprise!
And
Maybe
so
she
now-
realize how much of a fucking bitch her sister actually is.
But anyway, that's all the time we have for that. Before we go, however, we would like to promote something. Here on Brony TV on December 23rd,
That sounds
we
right.
we will be airing My Little Pony the movie.
I saw that. I mean, I went
Um,
and saw it in theaters.
So for those who did not get to see it in theaters, now's your chance. You'll get a chance to see it right here on our show. Well, not on our show, but on our channel. And sometime shortly after, maybe that night, maybe the week after, maybe the week after that, who knows? Depends on how we feel. We will be discussing it right here on Nerds Talkin'. So incidentally, that means that the spoiler rule regarding the movie will be lifted on December 23rd. So anybody who wants to talk about it, that will be your time to talk about it. I will be watching it alongside while Morality streams it, providing trivia and stuff like that. We're going to do an introduction before it, which any of you guys are welcome to join in on, but it'll be like a quick little 10-minute thing.
That's
it's
at
gonna-
11:30, by the way, 11:30 a.m. EST.
Right. So the festivities
yeah.
December 23rd.
I'll say so the day before Christmas.
Right.
Right.
Think of it as like an
That is
early
a
Christmas
Saturday.
gift. Think of it as like an early Christmas gift for you guys.
Oh, an early birthday
Uh,
present for me.
Right. Or an early birthday present for somebody that no one cares about.
Fuck you.
Right. And
We love you, Lightning.
No, you don't.
so
No, we don't.
one last
Go-
thing,
Go get more
stream-wise,
sand.
for our stream viewers, next week I won't be here. Will we be doing a show?
I don't know yet. Hazel, can you stream?
I'm unsure.
Catnick, can you stream?
Not sure.
Lightning, can you stream?
If they can give me what I need, then yes. Wait,
It's
Who's
not
that?
looking good for home team.
I have
we
the
might,
capability to stream, but I don't know
I
if
was
I
gonna
have
say,
the information.
Phasor, can you stream?
we might give it a tentative
Maybe.
pass. Plan for us to not be doing a show next week, but if we do, we'll let you know in our channel, which is show announcements.
Right.
Which is in our Discord channel right below info. So keep an eye on that. We'll let you know one way or another.
Right.
One way or another.
But that said, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Markiplier here. Bye-bye!